so beautiful with the rain. Start to hug your right knee into your chest.
Oops, sorry.
And you can squeeze it into your right shoulder, kind of avoiding your rib cage, just noticing any sensations in your right hamstring, maybe in your glutes, up your into your low back at all. If it feels okay, if you want a little bit more, just start to extend the left leg long. And then think about drawing circles on the sky with your right knee. It doesn't matter the direction, we'll go the other way, but making sure both of your the hip in the back, the whole pelvis stays on the floor. And then switch directions. Good. Find the neutral position, interlace your hands behind your knee. Start to extend your foot up to the sky and then point and pull your toe to and from your face. So a little nerve glide here. The goal is not to keep the legs straight, but to offer a little bend in the knee. And then bend the left leg back. Find a reclined figure 4 stretch. Option to keep the left foot on the floor or to hug everything up and in. Again, just inviting some stretch to the outside of your right glute. Nothing too serious yet. Keeping your legs how they are, releasing your arms up to cactus arms. Let your lower body fall to the left. Pops and clicking in your low back and your mid back, totally normal. Keeping your hands where they are, pull your lower body back up to center. We're still in our figure 4. Let the lower body fall off to the right. So this is a little bit different stretch. I feel this a lot in the outside of my left hip. You can also actively pull the left knee down towards the floor on the right side of your body if that helps you feel a little bit deeper stretch. Pull your feet back up to center. Feet go high to the sky. Point and pull your toes here, finding a little inversion. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Option to keep the right knee bent or to let it go long. It will be a little more intense with the leg long. And then find your hip circles here. And switch directions. Come back to neutral, interlace your hands behind your knees, start to extend your foot to the sky, and point and pull your left toes to and from your face. Slowly start to bend into your left knee, figure 4. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee, hug it in, or option to keep the right foot down, your choice. You can find some static stretch, or you can kind of wiggle side to side. That feels good. Releasing your legs, bringing your arms up to cactus arms. Lower body will fall to the right. Feeling maybe some popping and clicking, some stretching in your spine, maybe a big stretch across the left glute. And keeping your arms where they are, let the lower body up and through center as you let the legs fall to the left. You want to drop the right knee a little bit closer to the ground so that you may feel that stretch along the outside of your right hip, maybe a little bit in the inner thigh. Hug your legs back up and into the center. Extend your feet to the sky. Point and pull your toes. Resetting. And hug your knees into your chest. You can rock north and south or just make your way up to a comfortable seat. And sit up nice and tall, however feels comfortable. Legs can be out long, you can be on your knees, it doesn't matter. But wherever you are, sit up nice and tall, almost like you can sit up all the way onto your sits bones. And then holding on to your knees, we're gonna start to make some spinal circles. So hold on to your knees, start to make almost like a cat position when you go back, holding onto your knees, really pushing your back away. Come through your sides, stick your chest through the middle, elbows squeeze into your sides here, and then back over to the left or to the right. Your choice, we will go both ways. So just start to explore your spine. You can rock some weight to the left hip and then to the right. You can keep the weight evenly distributed on both of your sits bones, your choice. And if it feels good, you can get the shoulders into it, you can get the head into this and let it be as flowy as feels good. And if you want to pick up the pace just a little bit, you can make it a little smaller and really start to build up some heat. Always, always following your breath. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral, sit up nice and tall, little reset, shoulders squeeze down, and switch directions. Just the opposite way that you just were going. Again, starting off small if that feels good. Starting off slow if that feels good. And if you want to start building some heat or just take it faster, you can make the motion a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit messier. And by messier, I mean dancier. Noticing the difference in the left and the right. Find your way back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Notice the new heat you have built around every single little vertebra in your spine. And then we're just gonna find some cat-cows here. So holding onto your knees. When you inhale, I want you to go back. So inhale as you arch your back, fill up your lungs as you reach your shoulders up to your ears. On your exhale, elbows squeeze into your sides, stick your chest through your arms, and really squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, find your cat position. Exhale, really push it out, push it out, push it out. Exhale as much as you can. Inhale, fill up, chin tucks to your chest. Exhale, elbows squeeze in, let it all go. Belly pulls in, pelvic floor lifts, inhale. Exhale, elbows squeeze, heart comes through. 2 more like that, inhale back. Exhale all the way up and through. Last one here, in. Exhale, stick your chest through. Inhale back to neutral. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky. On your exhale, right hand down. Fingertips on the floor, left arm keeps coming up and over. So really gluing the left hip down, feel the side body stretch. Take a breath in here. Exhale. Inhale all the way up and through, find the other side. Inhale, find length in your spine, really reach your fingers long. Exhale, sink into this pose, but gluing the right hip down on this side. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale all the way up. We're gonna find our twist. Left arm comes forward as the right arm comes back behind you. Left hand can come to the outside of your right thigh. If that feels good, can come onto the floor. Your choice. On your inhale, sit up nice and tall. On your exhale, look over your right shoulder. You can really use the left hand to push into more of a twist if that feels comfortable. One more full breath in here. Exhale, twist. Inhale all the way back and through center, switch sides. First inhale, sits you up nice and tall. Exhale, find a deeper twist. Two more breaths. The last one here, fill up. How deep can you twist? Inhale, back through center. Check it out. Notice how you feel. When you're ready, come onto hands and knees. Find some traditional cat-cows from your hands and knees. Again, just taking a few breaths to explore how your spine already feels different. And then on your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. So your belly pulls in, your ribs knit together. Draw your right hip up to your left shoulder. So it's frontal plane motion. You're just squeezing your side body. Inhale back to center, switch sides. So you're just squeezing the shoulder down to your hip up to your shoulder. Belly stays engaged the whole time. Back through center, switch side. So that little space between your ribs and your hip, that's what you're squeezing through. Switch sides. Inhale one more time to the right. One more time to the left. Come back to neutral. Come up onto your knees. So we're gonna find toes pose with a little self-release here. So the space between your ribs, the bottom of your ribs and the top of your pelvis. Take your thumbs and stick it in there. It really is a small space. If you have found your spine, you've gone too far. So it's right adjacent to your spine on the left and the right. And I want you to just start to explore the space with your thumb. So this is just like a self-massage. Explore some of the places in there. Find a spot on the right side that feels tight. If it feels comfortable for you and your body, find toes pose. So toes curl under. You're gonna sit your hips back. If this feels tragically horrible, you can come back to your seat or just stay up onto your knees. But if it feels okay, let's release the feet while we're doing it. So all I want you to do is push into your side, and then you're just gonna tiny pulse with your upper body over your thumb. So just focusing on the right side, find some tiny pulses here. You are more than welcome to move your thumb or keep it exactly where it is. Keep breathing into that space. You can move up or down, just kind of exploring. As the sensation starts to go away, definitely think about moving your thumb. Right, maybe one more spot in your low back here. This is called your quadratus lumborum. It gets really tight when you sit. And then come up. Keep the pressure on the right side, but we're gonna pulse to the left. So not really focusing too much on the left side right now, just holding the left hip for stability. You're pulsing away. I like to offer the pressure of my thumb down as I do this. So I'm drawing my right thumb down towards my hip as I pulse off to the left. And then come back to center, switch sides. So your thumb hooks into the left spot. And all we're gonna do is pulse off to the left. So finding the tight spot, offering yourself a little bit of just some self-love, self-massage. If your toes are killing you, again, sit up tall. You can pat your toes out and just pulse in here. You can come back to a seat with the toes uncurled. We're still on the left side. You can move your thumb. up or down, whatever feels good, or of course, stay right where you are. And then come back through center. Keep the pressure of the left thumb. We're going to pulse to the right. So again, I like to push the thumb pressure down. That helps me release it, but your choice. And then come back through center, slowly release, shake your hips out. I like to just kind of let this be super messy. Oh, but just notice all the space. So with our new quarantine life, some of us get to sit a lot more. This space gets really tight. Instead of using a lacrosse ball, a foam roller, I like to use my thumbs for this spot. So just teaching you some different tricks as things start to just have to settle into new motions. When you're ready, step back to downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is not in your practice, hands and knees works just fine. From your down dog, you can pedal your feet out. Notice how it feels to be upside down. If you are sinusy at all, notice how it feels to be upside down. If it makes you lightheaded, you come right back to hands and knees. Really pushing the floor away. Start to come up onto your toes. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Drop down to your back knee. Instead of just dropping the left hip as close to the floor as you can, I want you to think about squaring your hips off. So pull the right hip back as you press the left hip forward. This usually lifts the left hip a little bit, but that's not a bad thing here. From here, we're going to walk off to the left. So right foot stays exactly where it is. Hands walk off to the left. You can think about feeling your side body stretch on the right side. So if you want to pull the right shoulder up towards your ears, that might make that exacerbate that stretch a little bit for you. And then slowly walk yourself back to center. Rocking the weight onto your right foot. So get heavy in the right foot, lift the left knee. You're gonna step the left foot outside your left hand into your Malasana squat. So if your Malasana squat looks like your hips way up, great. If you can go hips way down, great. Wherever you are, just keep breathing. If Malasana squat feels good for you, you wanna rock side to side, I invite you in there. And then from here, all we're gonna do, lift your arms up. So right arm lifts, left arm lifts, pull your thumbs back as far as you can, stand all the way up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, really find your spine straight. Plant your hands, left foot stays, right foot steps back. Drop down to your back knee. Left foot stays, walk your hands off to the right. Really try to pull the left hip back here, so don't let it come out of alignment just so you can feel different stretch. There's no right or wrong, but know that they are just different. One more full breath in. Left shoulder to ear, feel that side body stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Step back, downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out or come right to your stillness, your choice. From here, we're gonna just step the left foot outside your left hand. Step your right foot outside your right hand, sit low. Again, if the hips can come down, great. If they can't, great, it doesn't matter. Totally judgment-free, lift your arms up. If this is killer for you, stay here, try and take an extra breath. Wherever you are, reach your thumbs back behind you, feel the space between your shoulder blades get tight, and then stand up. Exhale your hands to your heart, bring your feet to touch. Take a big breath in together. Open mouth, sigh it out, H-A. One more like that, inhale, full breath in. Exhale, let it go. The biggest difference between stress and life is the exhale. Life can be stressful, sure, especially right now. But when you can find the exhale, you bring yourself out of your fight or flight into what we call your parasympathetic nervous system. This helps you fall asleep. This helps you stay asleep. This helps you live a cool, calm, and collected life. Whenever you need it, the exhale is here to help calm you down. Inhale, lift your hands up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Half plank, left hands to shins. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Shift your way forward. You can drop to your knees. All modifications are available to you wherever you are. Pull your belly in. And then find your way all the way to your belly. Reach your hands out long like a Y. On your inhale, lift your hands up. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Forehead stays on the mat. Lift your hands up higher. Bring your palms to the back of your head. Fingers can graze each other. Try not to touch your head. Lift your elbows up higher. From here, reach your hands back to your Y. Slowly drop your hands. Forehead stays on the floor. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, palms come to the base of your head. Lift your elbows up higher. Keep the elbows high. Reach your hands long. Slowly lower down. One more time. Inhale, reach your hands up. Palms come over the back of your head. Fingertips reach higher to the sky. Elbows lift high as well. Reach your hands long. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Lift your hands. Hands come behind your head. Lift your elbows high. And now find your full locust. If it's in your cards, lift everything up. Elbows lift higher. As you lift higher, have your fingers come apart from each other. Can you squeeze them back together? Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, slowly lower down. Plant your hands. Find some sort of a back bend. Cobra pose if you want just the elbows extended. If you want a little bigger back bend, find full upward facing dog, your choice. From your belly, pull in, downward facing dog. Inhale on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Tiptoe to your hands. Forward fold, top of your mat. Walk your feet 2 fist distance apart. Right hand plants between your big toes. Left arm up to the sky. Straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, pull your left hip back. Take a full breath in, really pushing the floor away with your right hand. Forward fold, left hand plants, right arm up to the sky. Straighten your right leg, pull the right hip back. Full breath in, reach up, push the floor away. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise, arms sweep up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Ground down through your right foot. Lift your left knee up into your chest. Finding a little bit of balance. Balance in life, balance in the chaos. Option to stay here. Option to find tree pose. Tree pose can be perched with your toes on the floor, can be below your knee, or you can grab your foot, lift it all the way up into your thigh. Your choice. If you want, you can also find figure 4. Whatever modification you're going for is perfect. Notice how the balance feels when life may feel a little hectic for you. If you want a little more here, you can extend your arms up overhead. You can look up, you can look back. You can let this be a dancy tree. Your choice. Slowly hug your knee back up. Try not to let your foot touch the floor. Squeeze your knee in. Kick it back, airplane pose. Kick it back, airplane pose. Checking in with your hips. So yes, we will open, but we need to strengthen a little. Drop your left hip as much as you need to feel the right hip doing the work. If your left hip is too elevated, you're gonna miss the right hip work. So feeling the glute med on the right side, keep dropping the left hip as much as you need to. And then slowly, feet together, mountain pose, arms come up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Other side, ground down through your left leg. Hug your right knee up. Squeeze in here, finding the moments of pause before the big moves. Tree pose if you want it. Toes can be on the floor, on the calf, on your thigh, your choice. If you want a little more, arms come up overhead. Wherever you are, just breathe. That's the work. On your next inhale, hands come to your heart, knee hugs into your chest. Slowly kick back, airplane. In the times of stress and anxiety, what happens when you slow down? Take one more full breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Drop to your knees if you want it. Stay in high plank if you're ready for it. Slowly lower to your belly. Reach your hands out long in front of you. Head can come up for this one. On your inhale, just the head and the upper body lifts up. On your exhale, thumbs touch over your glutes. Lift your palms up higher to the sky. Don't bind them, just lift up. Reach your hands out long in front of you again. Look up. Exhale everything down. Just the lower body, lift up. Stay here. If it feels okay, bring your feet wide. Squeeze your glutes. Bring your feet together. Slowly lower down. Inhale everything up. Hands, feet, thumbs come to touch over your glutes. Hold here. Feet go wide. Feet come back to center. Reach your hands out long. Slowly lower down. One more. Inhale everything up. Exhale, thumbs come to touch over your glutes. Feet go wide. Squeeze your tush. Feet come together. Reach your hands out long. Slowly lower down. Plant your hands, plant your elbows. Upward facing dog, cobra pose, your choice. From your belly, pull it up and in, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot high. Step it between your hands, runner's lunge. Left hand plants, right arm spins up to the sky. For anybody dealing with any inflammation in their body, be it sinus, allergies, cold, flu-like symptoms, we won't say the word, make a fist at the top. This helps pump and flush your system. So make a fist at the top. You're gonna reach your right arm all the way up to the front of your mat. Spin it back down towards your right foot, but open your hand, and then make another fist at the top. Open your hand as you make these big circles. Doesn't matter which way you're going, we'll go both ways. Open palm as you come down, close fist at the top. If you need to drop your back knee, I invite you there. Close fist at the top, open, switch directions. Close fist at the top, open hand at the bottom. Close fist at the top, open hand at the bottom. Two more. Last one here. Exhale down, back to your runner's lunge. Drop your back knee. Modified extended side angle. So take your your left leg off to the right. Right hand plants inside your right foot as you spin up to the sky. If you want a little bit more side body stretch, take your left hand, reach it up and over, bicep finds your ear. Or you can just keep reaching up to the sky, trying to peel your rib cage up to the sky. Wherever you are, slowly come back. You're gonna peel your upper body up. So the legs stay where they are, your capital letter T in your upper body. From here, we're just gonna hinge forward. Peaceful, extended side. So you're reaching your left hand down as you reach up and over. And then you're gonna actually let your left hand come to the floor to a block. Keep reaching over. I like to extend my right leg here and really find this side body stretch. So my right toes are facing the same way my face is. Forward, you should say. From here, take your right arm, keeps going down in a circle. Reach your hands out long in front of you. Just like you're coming to down dog, but your legs don't move. And then I want you to just shift your weight back. So you're pushing your weight out of your hands, shifting your weight back, feeling the inner thigh stretch on your right leg. And then straighten your arms, put the weight into your hands. Just find some cat-cows here. So with this open hip type position, how does it feel different, especially in the right hip versus the left? And then wherever you are, find the neutral spine. You're gonna walk your hands forward. Find your hamstring stretch on the right leg. Right leg's extended. If you need to come all the way up, I invite you there. If you're working on full splits, go for it. If you want to just sit in your full splits with hands on blocks, go for that. You want to wiggle your big toe to the floor, the pinky toe to the floor. You have 3 different hamstrings. So noticing with a little bit of intention, can you work your way into one of them? And then maybe the other side. And slowly start to slide your right foot back, plant your hands, step right back to our downward facing dog. Check in with the right leg. How does it feel different from when we started? From here, lift your left leg up. Step your left foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Right hand plants, left arm spins up to the sky. Option to drop your back knee. Pull the left hip back. Make your fist at the top. As you bring your left arm up and over, you're gonna open palm at the bottom, squeeze your fist back at the top. We have 5 each direction. Inhale as the hand comes up, exhale comes down. Next time through, switch directions. Same thing, you want a fist at the top, taking your time, really feeling the shoulder integration as well. 2 more times here. Open palm. Last one, big fist. Come back to your runner's lunge, drop your back knee, right foot off to the left. Left hand plants inside your left foot, extended side angle. Option to bring your top hand up and over, feeling more of the side body stretch, or just trying to find the twist up to the sky. Take your right hand, reach it up. Come all the way back. You're gonna walk your hands long to the side of your mat, extending the left leg out long, toes face forward, and then really just start to push your weight back, feeling the left inner thigh stretch on this side. Really trying to glue your pinky toe down if it wants to come up. And rocking the weight back into your hands, find some cat-cows here. Come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands back to your left foot as you spin everything back to face the front. Left hamstring stretch. Option if you need to come all the way up to hold your hands on your thighs, or if you want hands on the floor to blocks, pillows, books, whatever you have is perfect. And if you want to play with some of the motion, side to side works well. Pointing and pulling your toes to and from your face also works well. Your choice. Starting to rock your weight back, sliding your left foot back, bring your knees together. However you want to get there, come to tall kneeling. So your glutes are off your heels. Camel pose, a big heart opener, but with the intention to still stay with your breath. If your breathing has gotten much more shallow, I want you to come out of camel a little bit. So traditional camel, hands come to your low back, to right above your booty. Fingers face the floor, squeezing your shoulder blades together with intention. Find length in your spine as you keep your ribs kind of knit together, but keep your breath. So it is still a full breath in and a full breath out and a full breath in. With a full breath out, if you want more, curl your toes under, reach back for your heels with the intention to stay with your breath. One more full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Slowly come all the way up. Point your toes, send your hips back, child's pose. Option to keep the knees together or to take them wide as you sink your chest towards the floor. Start to rock the weight into your elbows. We're just going to come to line our belly. So from one leg straightens, the other leg straightens, and suddenly you're on your belly. Cactus your arms. We're going to come to whale pose. Cactus your arms. Lift your right leg up and kick it across your back. If cactusing your arms is too intense of a chest stretch or a pec stretch, extend your arm out to a capital letter T. But if it feels okay, start to work into some chest tightness. You may feel this a lot in your low back. You may feel it in your mid-spine as well. Maybe in your hips. On your exhale, come back onto your belly, switch sides. Cactus or straighten your right arm. Lift your left leg up, kick it across your back. Feeling the pec stretch, feeling your hips, your spine, your sacrum. slowly come back onto your belly. Checking in, how do you feel? Pulling your belly in, hug your right heel in towards your bum. Reach back with your right hand. Option number 1, just hold and feel the quad stretch. If you need a little bit more, if you can, reach down for your ankle and find some dorsiflexion with your foot. So pull your toes towards your shin. If this quad stretch feels really great, just stay here. If you want a little bit more, I invite you to kick into your hand and find a one-legged bow. So kick, 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 kick. You can lift the knee up, kick higher. Feel this in your back. Lift your heart up as you lift. Exhale, slowly lower down. Release the quad stretch if you still have it. Switch sides. Reach back with your left hand. For the toes, for the ankle, if you have the ankle, find some dorsiflexion. Toes pull to your shin. Option to stay here or kick up for your single bound bow. If you're kicking, you can use your right hand to really push in. If there's any stress on your low back, I invite you right back down. Pulling your belly in, that will help stabilize your pelvis for you. Slowly come down, pulling in for a little extra quad stretch, and slowly releasing. If there is too much tension in your low back, just check with that. You may have gone just a little too far. If it feels okay, just start to wiggle, windshield wiper your feet side to side. We're going to make our way onto our backs, however you want to get there. And we're going to start we will end just like we started. So let the left leg go long. Hug your right knee into your right shoulder. Avoid your rib cage. And start to find some circles with your hips. Notice how this feels different from when we started. And if it feels okay, you want to release one of your hands and just or both hands, actively find some hip circles. You will be able to go further. So check in with that. Notice any popping, clicking, and then switch directions. Hug your right knee back into your shoulder. First, we're going to just pull, keeping both hips on the floor. Pull the right knee to the left shoulder. It doesn't go very far. This is not a supine twist yet. So first, just feeling the outside of your right glute by pulling the right knee to your left shoulder, pulling it up or down, depending on if there is a pinching pain in your right hip. And then start to pull your knee all the way across, supine twist. And then from here, if it feels okay and you want a little more, or you just want to try something a little different, option to just stay. But if you want a little more, bend your left heel to your bum and reach with your right hand for your ankle. So the leg that is straight, bend it. With your right hand, you're going to reach for it. And then start to square your chest up to the sky. Your right leg will stay right where it is. Try to bring your pinky toe on your left leg to the floor. As you pull your right shoulder back down, feel this in your back. Maybe you feel it in your left hip flexor if you hug your heel a little bit more into your bum. Take one more breath in here. Where can you let go? Slowly come back onto your back. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Figure 4 stretch. Adding some activation to your toes to feel a little bit more opening in your glutes. Notice if you want to pull the right knee towards the right. Does that help the stretch? Does that help make the stretch a little bit more intense? Or if you hug your right heel to the left side, Does that make it more intense? They may just feel different. Slowly relax. Let both legs go long first. Check in. How does your right side feel different than the left side? Does the left side feel cold? The right side feels warm? Maybe the right side feels tingly or even tighter than the left? Just check in. Then hug your left knee into your left shoulder and find some circles. Again, you can use your hands to help or just actively find some hip circles with your left hip. Notice the popping and the clicking. Notice the muscles that feel a little sore or tight. And then switch directions. Coming back to neutral, hug your left knee into your left shoulder. Keeping both hips on the floor, hug your left knee to your right shoulder. Leaving the left hip down, it's gonna wanna come up, but don't find your full twist yet. Bringing your left knee all the way across your body. Supine twist. Option to stay here if you want a little bit more or just something different. The right heel will hug into your bum, the leg that is straight. Reach with the left hand. As you square your chest to the sky, you bring your right pinky toe to the floor. Slowly release your right leg. Come back onto your back, figure four, stretch left leg up and over. Again, option to not stay stagnant here. If being still in the static stretch isn't giving you exactly what you want, why do it? So does it feel good to rock left and right, east and west? Does it feel better or maybe more intense to pull your left knee off to the left? Or maybe the left heel to the right feels a little bit more intense. There's no right or wrong. You're just meeting the muscle fibers where they're at in their specific line of pull. So knowing that our hips are our emotional storage house, letting go where you need to let go, it's very specific. And it's gonna be different than anybody else. So checking in, tuning in with your body, it will speak to you. It will tell you everything that it needs. We just need to get quiet enough to listen. And slowly release, hug both knees into your chest. You can bring your feet up to the sky, point and pull your toes, just shake out your legs. I like to really just shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, noticing any tingling, any sensations going on here. Before we let them fall all the way to the floor, with your palms up to the sky to receive. If you need more grounding, bring your palms to the floor. Feel the floor beneath you for your final rest. Shavasana. You start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Circle your ankles, your wrists. Reach your hands long overhead. Give yourself one final pull in half. As you hug your knees into your chest, come to lie on your right side. From this place of rebirth, this fetal position, you have the choice to choose again. How have you been treating your body? What decisions have you been making, and do they need to alter? When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Your hands at your heart, your eyes to close. Take a big breath in together. Open mouth, let it go. With so much love, grace, and gratitude, the light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Together we bow. Namaste.
Thank you, Gabby.
You're welcome. Nice job, little yogis.